Hello, Joshua.
Okay, great.
How are you? Good.
Okay,
Okay. Can you talk to me?
yeah, I can hear you. I turned. It was on my
Hello?
phone before, so it turned off my phone. So I left the studio on my phone.
Okay, okay. So can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, I can hear you
Okay.
clearly.
So we can get into it now.
Okay.
It's still morning, so good morning.
Good
And
morning, man.
how was the night?
Ah, thank God. Oh. Thank God. No place is like home actually because I just came to. I left the city and came to my abode here in the.
Okay.
And I'm a bit. I came here to retreat to to strategize so I can refire,
I see.
because yeah. And I came in yesterday night. That's why I told you that it has to be Saturday because either I decide to stay in Lagos or I'll be here. I'm sure that I'll be relaxed and be in a place where I can, yeah, be settled.
I see. So let's get into it. Joshua Oyenekan. Did I pronounce that correctly?
Oyenekan.
Okay, Oyenekan. Yeah. Welcome to this. So Joshua, I would like you to introduce yourself. Okay, I would like you to introduce yourself first, then I have a short game for us to play.
Okay. So my name is Joshua Oyenekan. I'm a founder for Synewxve. I'm actually the product manager. Synewxve is a solution that helps music businesses generate at least 5 times their streaming revenue through curation of exclusive and selling it directly to their super fans. So we are doing that. We started 2 years ago and we launched in August. And we we are growing every day. Thank God.
Yeah, that's a wonderful one. So Joshua, I am thank you for that. So let's start by if you remember the first time we got into the D room of Entertainment Week Lagos last week, there was a
Yeah.
question Kemley asked. He asked us, I think he said three truths and one lie or something like that, right?
Yeah, two truths and one lie.
Okay, two truths and one lie. So I would like you to do that. What's two truths and one lie about yourself? So I will try to guess the truth and the lie.
Okay. Ah, okay, now how to think. Okay,
Yeah, you're
so
free. Go ahead.
first is I was born in Kano. Um, second one is um, I'm engaged. And third one is I dropped out of school.
Okay, I think it's time for me to guess. One, the you dropped out of school is a lie. That should be a lie. Because I guess you're still in school. One, you tell me when I'm done, you tell me if I'm correct or wrong. The second one is you are engaged. You are still in school engaged. That could be a probability. Who knows? Let me say that's two truths and a lie, right?
Yes.
Hmm. This is quite confusing. You want to both my head. Okay, you are engaged is the truth. You are engaged is the truth. um, the other one you said is you were born in Kano. Okay, you're born in Kano is also a truth. So did I get it? I'm wrong.
So I'm very, very single.
Actually,
Yeah, and then the dropout part is like that's like a half truth actually. I dropped out at a point, but I still went back. So I just finished.
okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I dropped out
So,
in
so,
2022. Then I went back in 2024. And I just
so
finished.
what's the truth?
The lie is that engaged. I'm not engaged.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
I'm very,
Yeah,
very
okay,
single.
okay. Yeah. All right. So that was wonderful. I'd like you to talk about the story of you dropping out and you going back. Why did you drop out in the first place, and why did you choose to go back?
Okay, so um my dad had an accident in 2014, and he's a pastor, he was very resourceful and everything. So, people rallied around and helped and everything, and he was not recovering for a long time. But then that time was when I just left secondary school and I was going to go to uni. So all the resources was going into his health, and there's not much that could have been able to sustain me in school. And being the firstborn, and you know how boys want to be, you want to be responsible, you want to look after, or feel like the family should come first before you. So family was not being able to. I was not even asking for support from them actually. But then I already had a business mind. I wanted to do business. I already knew because the it dawned on me when I had that accident that wait, if he died like this, that would have been it. I would have been the one that has become the man of the house. So I started thinking, I started, you know, strategizing, and that was even the first time I had my first business idea. And funny enough, it was when I was building Synewxve, I think it was the second year I was building Synewxve, I discovered that wait, the first idea is also music technology company. And look at me now, still doing music technology. So because of finances, I started having to like do other things in school to make money. So the money I was getting, I was able to, help my siblings, help my parents, and as far back as part three, I was no longer collecting money from home for school fees or anything. I was the one fending on myself. So the work I was doing, school was practically getting in the way. I'm being in class now, and a agent will send me a job to do and everything, and I cannot leave the class, and I will run late on the job. You get my friends were doing it. I mean, I think they were doing well with it. For me, I don't know. I just don't know. I didn't know how to. Then I had a few issues with results because of my one was off. So imagine that I planned that okay, this year I'm going to go for school, I'm going to finish it and be done with it. Then a strike happens, breaking your spirits,
Hmm.
breaking your determination. I went to Obafemi Awolowo University. Imagine that you now go on a strike, you now revert back to your entrepreneurship set. You now come back again. I'm now trying to put myself back in that student. It's always very
Hmm.
difficult. So at the time I just felt like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. So I faced my business. I was just making money, stacking up, this, trying that. But a lot of them did not actually work out. So while I was still like, my mom was on my neck that I must go back to school, I must do this. My junior sister has gone to school. She has finished studying law. In, she has gone through law school. Why would I be the one that, supported my siblings through school, and me, I'm not the one that did not graduate. So she was showing my neck. Then she called in some favors and all these things. That pushed me. Sha. I didn't want to go, but I sort of because she just went to one professor that knew somebody that knew somebody. Before I knew it, I was way back in school. So at that point, I just had like 3 semesters left, and I jumped in, and I'm done now.
That's nice. That's a wonderful story, Sally. Um, so your dad, his health, how is his health now?
Well, well, I would say that it's stable, but not much got better in that sense because it went from just so he had 3 fractures and 2 fractures healed. The femoral fracture did not heal. He had to have a revision surgery. Um, then in the process of trying to keep everything balanced and keep everything in check as a family and managing church and all that stuff, he also landed with a partial stroke. So the partial stroke rendered him a bit not, he was not able to like do as much as he would be able to do before. I mean, even with the fracture and everything, he could still drive, he could still go to work and all that. When the stroke happened, things became very, very complicated. Even my last born, my junior brother, he could not go to school on schedule. He had to go to school later because it was when we were taking care of dad. So it's one of the reasons why the money, like, it was important to like, because when it was our time for my brother to go to school, we did not want him to go to a public university that waste his time because he had already wasted like 2 years. So we had to send him to a private school to study physiotherapy. So he's in part 4 now. So we'll be done next year. Then
That's nice, actually, sincerely. So, um, I think that's a wonderful story, sincerely. It's really touching. It's touching, making me feel famous. I don't know how I make you feel like this, but it's a wonderful story. I
we'll
know
thank God.
this is part of of the struggles of a founder, and these are things that kind of make you like it gives you this drive to want to do more. Like when you have something driving you, you want to achieve, like want to do something. So most people who don't have something driving them, they actually give up easily. But it's part of the struggle of a founder. Um, it is it is a story that touches, but it's part of like if it's not there, there's nothing that will drive you. Get the way this life works is it's so funny. But all will be fine. And I pray I pray he becomes well very soon. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
There's, there's no way it can. There's no other way it can turn out than well because
Mm.
there are things that the sacrifices that one puts in place that despite the climbs and the difficulties that will be, and there's also the open mind one has that no matter what is happening, even in your immediate environment, you will always succeed. It's why Nigerians succeed in different spaces outside of Nigeria. Like I'm one of those people that see all of you leave the country, I'll be the one to close the door. I'm one of those people that like I love Nigeria. I'm a nationalist. She will get so I do everything I can to make it work right here. But if there is if there's a reason for me to leave this country, I will do just as well in any other climb. She get so it's just I see a problem, I want to solve it.
Mm.
Yes.
That's that's nice. So let's get into education. Like the course you actually studied is what? Wait, you studied what course?
I studied agricultural economics, so you'll be surprised. I studied
Wow,
agricultural
that's nice.
economics. Yeah. So my dad wanted me to do medicine. My mom wanted me to do something, but me, I wanted to go to university to go and get exposed. I didn't want to do medicine. I don't want. I mean, I just felt like that would take so much time from me. I'll not be able to do another thing. So
Mm.
my dad's best man was an agricultural economics graduate, and he became a regional manager in Fidelity. So it felt like okay, that's an impasse and the prospects. So I went to study agricultural economics and it allowed me. My daddy actually graduated from, he also did agriculture, crop protection. So my mom was not happy that I'm going in my father's footsteps. But then it felt like you can get a job as a banker. So, so
I
yeah,
see.
economics and science is just a nice balance for an entrepreneur actually. Because, it just really makes sense. So
I see. Agricultural economics is kind of
yeah,
entrepreneurship, but it's part of it. As an economist, there are some things you learn and about the economy and the likes. So it's actually nice. Yeah.
yeah.
So how did you come up with the wave idea? From you said you've been the first business you started was in music, right? And now you're
No,
still being in music.
the first idea I
Hmm.
had. Okay, so I started making music when I was in school.
Oh wow, I see, I see.
So at the time, I was even doing mainstream music. My parents were not happy about it. They were fighting me because they were pastors. Then the son is doing secular music. How do you reconcile that? It's difficult to accept. So I was doing that. Then when the whole thing happened, I noticed that it was difficult for upcoming artists to break out. So I wanted to build a platform where we could host upcoming artists and we could give them some sort of ranking system, list, give them review, give opportunity to build music to thrive, so that people that are looking for artists to invest in A&Rs can know where to find the next best star here to sign and all those things. So you get and to maybe book for events and all those things. So I wanted to do that. Then I found a web developer at the time. In those days when it was not switch they normally use to do payments.
Hmm.
The interest fees alone. So based on the fact that my dad was the man was my dad and the remember he said everything will be done by 200K. So I was now looking for 200K. In the midst of that, I got admitted to school. Then they were doing this competition in school, and the price was 200K. So I went into the competition so that I can win. Well, that was what wasted my time in part one. Instead of me to focus on my part one courses, I was doing competition and I failed some courses. Sure you get. So eventually the idea just passed like that. And when I got into learning agric and stuff, I started having business ideas along agriculture. I was really tapping into the SME space. Really helping my friends with business analysis, people that were doing events, people that were doing food business, just helping business analytics, how to scale, how to do it better, how to do it, and just advisory. Then I got the idea. I wanted to go into processing um, for agriculture because a lot of the foods that we have, they are not available all season, all year round. So if we could process I was not. I don't think I was part of the first. I mean, this is one thing I kind of have like a kind of. I see ahead when like this is a problem right now that can be solved right now. So what you see now with real fruits, this dry fruit thing, I had an idea when I was about two. There you go. And I wanted to do it, and I
I
even
see.
bought a machine that I could afford. Started doing experiments with it. It was making sense. But then, if I was going to do it at scale, I needed capital, and I was not able to
Yeah.
like meet that demand. So the idea sort of died. And in the midst of that, there were other, all these forex business, do this one, crypto, all those ones on the side too. But then I finally found this. So I've been doing music for everything. I've been doing music for a long time. I took a break of 1 year in part two. That was
Hmm.
2017.
Yeah.
Then because I was praying one day in church and in a specific program, and God told me that is that music that I dropped that I want to use. So He said I'm going to build a platform. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. At that point, the way I understood the instruction was that maybe I'll be like, I'll be an artist, I'll put a label. I mean, Alamide was the best example of what being a platform for other artists looked like at that time. That was 2018. So I felt like maybe I know things, so I'll sing, I'll build a brand, and I'll be to sign 20 artists. I mean, that looked like what it was going to look like. So I started pursuing my music career, and the speed was mad. I ministered at, I met with Tim Godfrey, did the whole audition thing. Out of 250 applicants, I got top 30 as somebody that just even starting like his career. Like, I didn't even know how to sing, but I knew that Christian Afrobeat is going to be the next thing. And that was what I was doing at
Yeah.
that time, at 2018.
Mm.
So I went for, so I did there was like a boot camp, and Godfrey taught us a lot of things about music. I mean, in that boot camp, um, that
Yeah.
was where Sumisola Agbebi was. She was in that boot camp.
Wow.
Nina Shees was in that boot camp. Victor Thompson was in that boot camp. The new lady, Naomi Mark, she was in that boot camp too. Like,
Wow.
that's where most of us actually met for the first time. So, and I was one of the first people to like follow because you know how to do all this reach and rounds. Yeah, I just lamba. I don't know. I don't know how to do any. So then I left there. I came to Ife, and they were doing a program, and the Baba was one of the judges. So I I came on among, I think, I don't know how many people applied for that. I think it was about 30. When I was part of the top three, then I took the stage. I mean, a audience of 750 people. I did a song that was original song for 2 minutes. And the whole place was agog.
Wow.
It was crazy. So, and Gabe Baba was on the, like, he really liked what I was doing. I liked, two of the judges already liked what I was doing. It was mind blowing. I mean, that
Mm.
was the first validations I really had was when the MC was asked a question that was kind of to put me in a tough spot. So it was a rap, Yoruba rap, and the MC asked the audience after their shouting and everything. It was not like uh, which who knows one line in everything that he sang. Like as though people don't even they just want to hear the beat, they don't really care about who he gets. Only for one woman in the back, a married woman that has a child at the back to know the first two lines.
Wow.
Like that
Wow.
was amazing. Gaze Baba stood up from his chair and ran to the back. Like that was the like till tomorrow. Anytime nobody can say anything bad about Gaze Baba to me. Like I'm very sorry. Like Gaze is good. Like and that was really encouraging. And I came second in that competition. I went on to minister at redemption camp like 3 4 times. Ministered at PSF plenty times. I mean, I released an album. I got I got in the I mean before particularly Adeboye passed on, we were in talks to want to sponsor like a release and all that. As I got to know Pastor Loki Adeboye. So I've been doing music thing like you get. Then in 2023 I heard very clearly that it was time for me to do something new. But I didn't know what it was. There was so plenty things I was told plenty things that something will happen that I have to move to Lagos. Me, I wanted to go to Ibadan. I wanted to go and settle in Ibadan. Ibadan is the perfect place for me. Like I wanted to, but then Lagos, and I don't like Lagos, but I don't know the place. So I I started came to accept because I'm a yes person. If God says this is the way to go, I'm going that way. I
mm,
don't really, I don't really argue. So I followed through. Then in July 2023, I saw the problem of this thing. So what had happened was that I had a release. I had a total of $1,000. So my friend told me about a recruiter that we could work with that will guarantee returns and exposure and everything. That if you have $1,000 budget, I'm like, okay, I'll get the money. So I got the money. I paid the promoter. We got on a we had a group where we're monitoring things. The things were coming in. The numbers were going up. I don't know how we were doing it. I do my own marketing too. The money was supposed to like return. The returns were supposed to come in like after 3 months. Then 3 months became 6 months, became 9 months. Baba, where is this money now? They have not. The guy didn't want to come clean. So what it turns out that Spotify denied payments, like declined to pay other platforms too. Russia, I did not see any money. So it felt like if I spend this money doing my own get doing normal publicity, I would have gotten more yardage.
yeah.
And I called my lawyer, told him I'm dragging this guy, he's going to pay me back my money. I'll take him to court. So we're dragging it and everything. So that day I was just in church. They called for tithes in our church. We come out to after you give when you give your tithe, you come out for prayers. She just went outside. It was my pastor's wife that was praying us, praying for us that day. She prayed inside closet ideas and stuff. And I and that for the first time I was like, wait, why is it that artists are only depending on streaming for return? Why can't we have other ways we can make money? The
Mm,
most independent artists, the most popular way to get money is through streaming. Publishing is
mm,
like one foreign distant land you don't understand. Simple
yeah.
licensing is a gray area you don't really know. So why at that point I may not be I may not be a very very popular, but then the level to which I had some acceptance. I felt like if I could leverage it, build a community, I'd be able to make money directly from my community if I was giving them access to
Mm,
stuff. So I wanted to do that. Then when I got home, I just slept and I practically dreamt and saw stuff and I felt like okay wait, I need to solve this problem for everybody. Yeah, it's a problem I have and I think that we can solve it for everybody. So that was what birthed the Synewxve idea. Immediately right that moment, the people need to call somebody, call the person. Person I called got me two people on board to run the build, the tech side, and the people that I got me till today were still working with me. I called my guys, everybody rally around, brought in ideas, brought in stuff, and that's how we started building. That's really where the Synewxve idea came from. At the time, we didn't even know that there was a solution because I searched online. I was trying to see how I can do it. I didn't see any solution. And one of our biggest competitors today, they were just 1 year in that time. They were still even on the web app. They were not even they didn't have a platform. So it was like 3 months after I started building and spending money on this idea. That's when I discovered this competition. If I knew that they were there, I would not enter this thing. If I knew there was competition, if I knew because I'm all about new prices, I like to do stuff that is new, innovative. But then it's not still not innovative. You get in Africa, we're the first
mm.
in Africa to do this. You get so um,
Wow.
yeah. But then I was discovering 3 months, 6 months in that there's been companies that have tried this in the US, three, four, five companies, six companies.
Mm,
Not them. Quick talk. So Well, I already started, so we have to finish. You get, and when we look at building, especially in Africa, building a tough things and all, I don't really see that there's no loss because if you build successfully, even if you get acquired or you even close it down or something, then it's still part of your CV, still part of your history as
Yeah,
somebody that you have done
yeah.
meaningful work. You get so imagine me now. I'm just
Mm,
finishing school now, and let's say I decide that okay, let's say in the worst case scenario the company fails. I shake up my CV and just try to go and get a job somewhere.
mm,
My experiences here is going to show in
mm.
my work because I tend to just carry things on my head. That's it. Like you give me a job, it's not just a job for me. I mean, there's a job description they call product owners, people that are employed to build a product, but they own it. You know, as I learned that I'm actually a product
Yeah,
manager. So that is like kind of like who I am. So I feel like there's no loss in what I'm doing, whether we build it successfully or not ship successfully. all that. But then let's just talk about the resilience and the persistence it even takes to even get it. Even get a app that even my computers have not been successful enough to even ship an app on iOS. I did
yes.
it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Like in-app purchases on iOS is kind of tricky. Even the competitors that have raised
Mm,
millions of dollars, you can't make payments seamlessly on their platform, and we solved that on Sunday. So
wow.
all those ideas I already had them from the start. I mean,
Mm,
so I feel like if I had one uncle somewhere that could drop millions, I would have gone further and this. I'm not a nepo kid. I'm practically making the money and investing it, like making the money by myself, investing it, making money by myself, investing it. So I'm very limited in resources. But then I think that I know that I'm doing the right thing. I know that I am strong to do this. So any which way it goes, any which way it goes, and I'm also not in a rush because I feel like when my competitors when they came to Nigeria, when they have enter the market and they have difficulty, I saw it as a case study on what not to do when I want to try to enter. So when I saw their interest that it didn't work, I began to strategize. Although I didn't expect them to try to do that anyway because
yeah,
I'm
you're
Nigerian
right.
in the first place. Like me, from a Nigerian perspective, I didn't even think of that because that wasn't the way to go. And it failed, of course. Too. But when me I wanted to do my own our first go to market campaign, not test the market, we had a lot of people sign up. We had
Mm,
um, that time we spent 28,000 naira on ads. And we had over 50 artists sign up. And with one post on TikTok, we had
wow.
145 140 people sign up. Yeah.
Huh? That's
Yeah.
traction.
Yeah. And half of the users
Mm.
on our iOS are US based. So I mean,
Yeah, you told. Yeah, said so. You said so the last time we met.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it was surprising
Mm,
for me because I thought that, I mean, I pushed this ad, I pushed it to Nigeria, like, sure you get. I did not expect that
mm,
response. So, I mean, that point where I'm feeling like, okay, wait,
wow.
it's marketing dollars I need right now. So, we started,
Mm,
trying to optimize the product. And where we are having issues right now is, so we want to add a new feature, but we're having a bug with it. We're having security bugs. For example, on our iOS now, we ordinarily we don't want people to able to record on the app because the music is exclusive music. It's not music that is on every other platform. So we don't want people's music
Yes.
leaking. But we try to do it. It does not like on Android it works perfectly, but on iOS to block the screen, but the audio will still be recording. So and the reason I feel like the reason was because when we started using it, we built an expo and it was a cross-platform thing. So you go ship to both Android and iOS at the same time. So
Yeah.
Expo is still people that are behind Expo, so they're also building an outlet. So at the time, even now sef, they still don't have some features. You get so you cannot you cannot detect when a song is about to play, so you can stop the song from playing.
Mm,
When you want to screen, you cannot detect when the screen recording is happening, so that you can stop the song from playing. You cannot separate recording screen from recording audio, all those things. Whereas if it was
mm.
native, it was on Xcode, you could do a lot of customization. So we had to move to Xcode. Because my guy that I brought on board, we not get a senior developer because I'm a senior dev. My guys came on a cash and equity agreement. So you get how that can be. So
Yes, yes.
so I mean now they're practically mid level. The past 2 years that I've worked, they've been able to grow and learn and expand their knowledge and all that. So they're practically mid level now, but there are still some areas that are you get. So it's as though we are growing together. Growing, the tech guys are growing too. So and then I mean, when you want to work with big artists, it's very privacy is important. Then we said that okay, let us move away from focusing on big artists. Let's look for independent artists. I want to build a community. Then we
Mm,
wanted to introduce your links so that you can just link like when you upload your album, you can get a link to that album and put on your Instagram or whatever, wherever you want to use it. Then we did that. It worked, but then we put it in test flights and
yeah.
it was crashing on launch. Then um,
Wow.
for on Android, it was glitching. So we have to start brainstorming again, starting to debug. Really start in Canva. It's really been
Mm,
it's not been an easy journey because boy, imagine spending thinking that a like a process will take maybe 2 weeks max and they are spending a month, 2 months on it. You can't see what it does to your mental health actually,
I
but
can imagine.
I'm very I don't know. I can handle stuff. That's it. I'm not easily don't easily give up to get I don't really
Mm, yeah.
so it's really good. You know why it's good? Because even in my past relationships, when I was supposed to give up, I did not give up. You get so it's nice that using that in my business now.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, Edgar, excuse me, please. I'm coming.
Okay.
Okay, I did it.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
So can we
so
continue now?
it's nice that I can use all that not giving up and everything. Yeah, put it in something productive long term. So I think that's pretty much it for me. So the whole Synewxve idea, I think it was predetermined, predestined, and I believe that it's going to work eventually because it's it's timely because everybody I've been talking to, everybody we've had conversations with, um, talking to Kendi last year. meeting came the last year. The things they taught me, the fact that we even made it into that it was some sort of okay.
Yeah.
I think people see that it's a solution that the industry needs, and I mean we've got into. I've done did a incubation with HQ for about it was online, and we even won 100,000 naira grant from just pitching like according to Kemdis formula. You
Yeah.
get over a Twitter space. I mean, that was crazy.
Mm.
Then we won. We came second at a quiz competition with the Growth Party. Then the big one happened this year. I don't even know when I applied for that thing. We also congratulations Team Synewxve.
So there's a network glitch. Yeah, sorry.
Uh,
Hello?
is the top light, so the Starlink one.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, so I mean, just found ourselves at no short top five. Did a whole incubation process. We did a mock pitch, and I mean, same everything that came to that, refined it, did it according to, and we became top five creative economy startups in Africa. So that
Wow.
was wild. I didn't think that that was going to happen. Okay. Although I had high expectations because there was prize money to win. So I felt like we are innovative enough, we are fast enough, quick enough to get, but then we did not get to win like first, second, third. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know how to do. I don't know how to feel like a victim. So I was like, okay. But when I looked at the people that won, it was obvious that they had more traction than us. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Sure,
I
you
see.
get. It's not necessarily innovative. There's nothing new there. They didn't do anything new actually, but they
Mm.
had traction. They had done the work. They had put in work. Sure, you get. So like big ups to them. So I mean, they deserve to win. Sure, you get.
Yeah.
So when the whole thing happened, I felt a bit okay. What next now? Then I knew okay, EWA is next. Like, let's go there. Let's see. But then also at Moonshot, we met investors that are interested in the industry. But then you know how African investors too. Investors want to see traction.
Yes.
African investors want to see traction. They don't really care about your idea, no matter how lofty it is. And
Uh,
honestly, because we I studied, I did a course in venture capital analysis. I kind of see their because a VC, or even an India, anybody will prepare their money return.
that's true.
So, and when you're not in Africa where dreams go to die, the best way you can prove that as you invest in this business is if he's already making money. So you
Hmm.
get a better chance that
Right.
I get a return on my money if the business is already making money. Now to make it
Yes.
worse, there are many businesses that are already making money. Sure you get. So why
Hmm.
don't you just take your business to that point where it's making money? So you just know that if you're already making money, then you can invest.
Hmm.
Sure you get. African
Yeah.
investors do not have that much liquidity
Hmm.
to to spray everywhere. If I work into we're trying to raise $10,000 since last year. If I walk into San Francisco today and I don't want demo day, I want investor
Yeah.
meetup, bro, I raise that 10K, start like they can send it to me like shey you
Yeah.
get. And it's
Yes.
not like that does not even ex that is not it's not that it does not even exist in Nigeria, but they rather use another to get that thing.
Hmm.
Shey.
You're right.
I
Technically. Hmm.
yeah, actually, rather
It's
use
not
another to get
passport.
that thing.
Passport process.
I know people that in a month the money they spend on flight tickets from here to there on trips and stuff like that, they spend upwards of 50K. Shey you get.
Yeah.
But they know about what we're building, they know about they will not bring 10K and say put it in this stuff. The other thing in entertainment that my guys used to call motion. I used to call it motion like people need to see that you are making moves, you are moving things, there's some media
Exactly.
coverage, all those things that like kind of makes people feel like there's a FOMO for
It's
them
buzz.
to
Yeah.
I must invest in there's a buzz here she gets. So if you don't have that buzz, you're not investors will not feel like they're going to miss out and stuff.
From my own
I think it
perspective,
works.
yeah, from my own perspective, I feel like African investors are kind of they don't have risk capital. Like this risk mindset to take a risk or a bet on
Yeah,
someone, not there.
yeah, it's not
It
there.
is mindset and it's really part of the African ecosystem. Even founders, for founders to fund founders themselves, it's very hard. That trust factor is
Yeah.
there. Will this person
No,
really need my money?
I even think that the real VCs, the people that actually have the VC mindset,
Yeah,
they are no longer angels. They are now VCs.
yeah,
So when we look at people that are VCs now, VCs, most VCs don't invest in early stage. You get
exactly.
VCs are the
Yeah.
first money you look for. The angel investors, investment investing, and the guys that were angel investors in the past, they are no longer angel investors. They are now VCs. So
Exactly.
because of the success they made, other people that have money now feel like they can be VCs too, whereas they
Yeah,
don't
that's
actually
just
have VC mindset because a VC, see somebody like you have said it outside, he said it, when he invests in 10 companies, he's expecting only one to return the money.
yeah. No, generally, globally, that is the mindset.
That is the
Yeah,
mindset. But a lot of African guys, investors, they want every single investment to return.
they don't understand that. Yeah,
They
they don't
don't.
understand
There was a popular blogger, a popular tech blogger. He bought laptops for 10 people, and
that.
I think six, I think four sold the laptop and went to go and learn a trade, learn a craft or something.
Really?
No. I think it's six that went to go and learn a craft or something.
Hmm.
So only four people learned coding, started working, and all those things. And he was feeling bad that he must have wasted his money. He's not going to do it again.
He didn't waste his
Bro,
money
you have
actually.
investments than most VCs.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's 40%.
Hmm.
Share you get. So a lot of people do not have that VC mindset.
Hmm.
They just
As
want
a risk,
to make. They
the
see that
risk.
this person did 100x, did 10, 1000x. I can do it too. If I invest in the next Uber, if I invest in the next PDVest, that's why many of those fintechs that do not deserve to raise money because they just said we are
Yes.
the next tribe. And I mean,
And,
that was what struck a chord in the investor. Here you
hmm.
get. And the investor will be like, how hard can it be? This guy has coded, maybe he has worked with one company before he has worked in. They will do it, drop money, carry your money, then you are burnt. You are now saying that founders are this, founders are that. Here you get. I mean, and a lot of these guys are even angels self. It's not like no startup has returned their money. Like maybe I have returns on two, but you see those eight that did not return money, they still feel bad about it. They don't have that. Sure, you get. A lot of us in Africa have not conquered money. Sure, you know. His wife, some people will get money today and they will run away with it.
mm,
Like me, I don't know. Maybe because I got exposed to making my own money early and everything. I really conquered money early and stuff. Like, as I am, I, I mean, I'm not, I'm not big. I'm not boasting. But if you enter my house, you only find your essentials there. Not because I can't afford to do the aesthetic stuff and all those things. But I rather spend my money on things that would long term. Shit, I'm not
long
all
term,
about.
yeah,
I mean, they used to fashion me. They used to my guys used to bully me that I don't need to see you. I have to look, I have to start dressing well and all those things. And I'm like, I mean, I'd rather just wear a t-shirt and sneakers with jeans and just do what I need to do and get out. Shit, you get.
mm,
My sense of style is not, I don't care about outward appearances and stuff. If you give me 100 million today, I can be in the account there. Every penny that is spent is going to. I'm not highest. I take a salary. Sure, you get.
yeah.
I
I like
want
your perspective. I love your perspective sincerely, and I love the way you're putting it out there. But the truth is that most, how do we tell this story to these investors? Because it's already a global mindset that Africa is risk. Africa, they see risk in Africa. They don't see like opportunities. The
yeah.
opportunity
The thing is, there is risk in their. The thing is, there's risk in like any investment. And take this from somebody that like me that I've lost money in investments too. It's not like I'm not I'm not somebody that is not even has not been burnt by by losing money and stuff before. I've lost money. It's not even today. Sure you get. I had a
yes,
friend that time when forex trading was really like a thing. I had a friend that was really confident that I could trade money and stuff. And
mm,
he gave me a plan that I really believed in. I mean, as far back as 2021, 600,000 is not small money.
mm,
I gave him 600,000, bought first profile account, blew it. He blew the first profile account. You get the moment he blew it, I gave him money to buy another one to do it again. Sure you get, and he blew the second one. And I felt like okay. And the reason I did not even go ahead to buy the third one because I didn't have liquidity at that time to buy the third one. Sure you
yeah,
get. Even from way back, I have my risk appetite is high. I don't although it's not like I have a stack somewhere, you get, but I just feel like, okay, I'm 20, whatever, I can make this money back. It's not like I have a family to feed. This is the time I can take those risks. Shit,
yes,
you get. So I press pedal on it sharp. I didn't know the time I was going to take this long shit. But when I started, I thought it was going to be like 6 months, 9 months, I'm done. Shit, you get.
yeah,
And if it works, it works. If it not work, I move on to the next idea again. Shit, you get. So in the process of even building Synewxve, I learned that one has to learn to focus on one thing and bring it to success before you get. You can't just be doing
yeah,
punching holes different places and very soon you say it's family people, it's village people that are doing this thing. Sometimes you have to focus. You can't just be you get. So even people that make it in people that make it that are the billionaires today, they made it in one thing first and they were not able to diversify. Nobody really diversified at first. Then everything now grew. No, they focused on one thing, then they spread it to other things. So that's that's really
yeah.
that's really how I see it. So I just feel like most investors,
You're totally
their
right.
appetite,
Hello?
yeah, your appetite for risk is low. So see, other than that, I just feel like eventually one will land that investor, or I'll get the traction that makes an investor look my way. But before then, I mean, I've built my company so far. I've spent millions of my own money. So if an investor is even looking at dedication and what they want from the company and all those things. If you look at the founder has spent his own money. Sure you get. It's not like I have any other job. Like these are primary assignments. If a partner calls me today that we should meet today like this, I will leave this place I am and take the next bus out of this place. So I don't have any other thing I'm doing. So when it comes to dedication and all those things, ordinarily, the funding space was like it was maybe 2 years ago or 3 years ago, by now we should be funded, but we are not, and we'll still keep going
Yeah.
until we get there. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I think
That's
one of
a
the one thing I want
wonderful,
to
one. Okay, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
I think one thing that I want to say, like I was thinking of when we wanted to do this meeting was if there's anything I want to pass across to anybody that is listening, is that you see that thing where they say before you can be a founder, you have to go and get a job, work for a few years, then you can now raise money to now start your own thing.
Hmm.
Don't let it get to you. I don't believe in it. Sure, yes. As long as you can find something for your hands to do that is making money for you, that you can use to invest in something that is going to do 100x, 1000x.
Hmm.
Do your best as much as possible to like invest in it. So you get because the difference between when we look at people that have grown there, that are outside this country, that are doing stuff at 21, 22, the difference, and looking at all people that are doing stuff at maybe 30 something, whatever. The difference is that they did not have they did not have to think about hunger, they did not have to think about surviving. So if you can get that out of the way for yourself, I think you should invest yourself in something that is bigger than you. So imagine like you now, Edgar. I mean, you just finished school. I think you had a few businesses that you were doing that was so food. Trying to survive is not like the shey you get, and you were not whatever you were doing to survive, you did not think of it as this is what I'm going to be doing for life and just be making money there and just be sitting out there and just be stagnant. You looked at it, okay, I now have made this money from this now. It's like highest you scale it. What so you build something that is bigger that can scale faster. So now PayDues is doing the numbers it's doing and it will do a lot more. So you have built something that is bigger than yourself, and in the end, if you look at something like maybe an acquisition happening and stuff, or you deciding that you want even stand to stand alone and be a mammoth in your niche, you will make you will make enough money to be able to like build other systems, bring other people on, and those things. So that's what I really have. I that's what I'm on mission to say to anybody that's listening. So don't let people tell you that because I mean that pressure most times come from home, from parents especially. They want you to
Yeah.
finish school, go to NYSC, or get a job, and they want to see their children wearing
Hmm.
tie, going out early in the morning. Most times even from their own house, not from your own. I want to see
Yes.
you in the morning going out. I want me to lobby share.
To them,
Bro,
it's pride. To them, this
I made a
it makes them
covenant to
proud.
my yeah, I made a covenant to myself in 2018 that I will not finish NYSC and carry my load and go back home. So those
Yeah.
are one of the things that really drive me, under no circumstance. For example, I go home only once a year. So you get me and my family, of course, we have contacts and all those things. And maybe sometimes when I do something I don't like, for example, when I did this now it was they call it family meeting. So
You can imagine.
I just go home to just explain to them. I spent one night. I came back to Lagos. I, so I don't necessarily go home and go and sit down there because I don't know how everybody's family is different. But for
Yeah.
me,
Families
it's
are
not
different. Yeah, you're
the
right.
environment is not exactly motivating to do more. The environment makes me feel like the barest minimum is enough.
Oh,
So
I see.
yes, so I mean, if I'm there, like I can practically live off 100,000 naira per month. not because my I like a bloated lifestyle, shey you get, but because if I settle at that level and I say they will tell me that the next thing is to marry this one, that one. Before you know, the 100,000 naira is not enough again. You know how economics is now. Your needs keep going up.
Yes.
Your income, no matter how you increase it, after some time, the
Mm.
income and your expenses meet up. Then you are now looking for more money again. So there's
Mm.
always that. So I cannot do that. I can't be in that cycle. I can't be in that rat race. So I need to do
Mm.
something different. So I mean, I have told my parents as far back as when I was 14 years that I will never be in that cycle of go to school, do NYSC, get married, give birth to children, get a job, all those things. I'm not going to do that. So my parents did not
That's
understand.
a
Mm.
wonderful mindset. That's a wonderful
I,
mindset. I think it's not everybody that has that kind of a mindset.
not everybody. And most times when I talk to people, like a lot of people actually think like that, and it's not bad. Sure, you guess it's not bad.
Mm. Yes,
I think that
not bad.
what we just want, people want different things,
Yeah,
which is
we
okay.
have different goals in life. Yeah.
People want different things, and it's fine. Me, I just want something different. I feel like
Mm.
everybody that is doing the things that we are doing. I mean, they even try to discourage us again. Say people that we look up to, they are nepo kids. Dangote did not
Mm.
start from zero. Otedola did not start from
Yeah.
zero. Peter did not start. Well,
Mm.
even they even say Peter Obi did not start from zero. Well, Cosmas did start from zero. Okay, sure you get like there are people that started from zero and they are where
There
they
are
are.
people that started from zero. Yes.
You get and
Mm.
my own goal is to make sure that even my own children can stand on a stronger foundation to build whatever
Yes.
they want. So
Mm.
and it's not even about
There's that
amassing wealth.
quote. Yeah, there's that quote that it's if you did not start from if you did not start from if you did not grow up in wealth, make sure that your children at least grow up in wealth or something like that in that line. So
Yeah,
it is kind of yeah, you are
yeah.
totally right because it's your
Because
own
most
mission
times
to
wealth
make
is
sure
not
that people
even
coming after you get a
yeah
soft landing. Yeah.
the soft landing you get the shoulder upon which they
Yes.
stand is better than the one with
Exactly.
yes.
Exactly.
Because I have friends that they had a stronger shoulder to stand upon. They are married now, they
Mm.
have kids, I mean they are doing well. And they don't even need to
Mm.
struggle. Sure, yeah. But you see
Yes.
me, my dad did his best. I'm not even right. See, if you know where my own dad came from and where he got himself to, he,
Yeah.
he, he did a lot. So I will take it from there, and build
And do
it.
your own you do your own too. Yeah.
Yes. Then my kids too,
Exactly.
them be able to because most times wealth is not really about even money. It's about the environment,
Yeah.
spaces they are in. You get imagine for example me now, I cannot say that I run into problem now and I cannot raise 500K from my circle of friends.
Mm.
Yes. There are people that they are my age that they cannot raise 50,000.
Yeah.
Shey you get. It's not
Yes.
because it's just the value I have as a person, the character I built as a person, the
Mm.
people I have around me. As I am like this now, I cannot raise 10 million from my circle of friends. Shey you
Mm.
get. But there are people that if they call one or two friends today, shey you get, they will be able to raise 10 million, even if it's
Mm.
debt. Shey you get. So that's where I
Right
want my own children to
players.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where I want my children. I mean, Davido's
Mm.
broke is different from your broke. That's the simple
Yeah.
explanation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Mm.
Davido says he's broke. It's different from when me I say I'm broke. My broke is 3K.
Exactly.
I say that my 3K broke. Say that my 3K broke. Some people's broke is zero.
Yeah. 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 You're right. So I
So
actually love the way the conversation has been going. I love the way you've been able to tell about your story, your mindset, and pour out your mind. So I really loved it. So I like to ask, what's it like when it comes to team? Yes, you've gone over it, your team structure and everything. But I like to. Is there anything you would like about? You would like to talk about picking your team, choosing people to work with you. What mindset made you go into choosing a team to work with you? Some people when they are trying to build, they just want to build like jump into it. Oh, okay. Let me say um I have the knowledge of writing code or something. I want to do it myself, do everything myself. But what made you to say, okay, let me go out, instead of me to do it myself, let me build a structure around it. Like this person will come and build, this person gets. So what made you do that?
Uh, well, when I started, I had no experience in tech.
I see.
So I had a friend that had experience in tech. So he was one I called.
Okay.
He was the first person I called.
Wow.
So he was one I brought on two of the people that he was already working with that were nice, they were good. They had work relationship that was okay. She get.
Hmm.
But in the process of working together, I was able to see that okay, one person really thinks long term. One person just wants the bag right now. She gets. Even among my
I love people
co-founders,
who think long term. I love people who think long term.
yes. So I also see in my circle, even among my co-founders, there's the ones that want the bag right now and the ones that they want long term.
Hmm.
But then both are actually very useful to the company. You know why?
Exactly.
Those ones that want the bag right now, they keep you on your toes.
That's true.
Shit,
Perfect.
they
I
keep you
love
on
that
your
thinking.
toes. Yeah,
Hmm.
they keep you on your toes. The ones that want long term, they keep your mind in check on the vision. So you're not going to do anything that compromise what their expectation is for the long term. So no matter what this person wants that is short term, but wants the bag now, you're not going to make a decision that's going to affect this one's long term expectation because
Long
when
term
when
expectation.
I'm building, I'm actually building the dream I promised them at the start when they came on board.
Hmm.
So you get. So
Yeah.
I'm on my toes to make sure things work now. And I'm also on my toes to make sure that that thing that is working now can work consistently for the very long term. Sure you get. So that's why
Yes.
I don't do shortcuts. I don't do there's even a time I wanted to try a shortcut, but I felt like see, if investors find this and they do due diligence and they find it, it can ruin my reputation for the long term. Sure you get. That
Yes.
has already spoiled with the expectation of the people that join this team for the long term.
Hmm.
Sure you get.
I get
So
you.
that is how I see it. So it's not. I like people that think long term, yes, but then people that think alpha, pay me and money, like those people too, they are important because it
Yes.
then makes you think
Like you said, they
about
keep you on your toes. Yeah.
those. That's the short answer. Yeah.
So I'll that was a nice answer. So I love you to explain how sine wave works. I think you it is kind of okay. Just explain how does sine wave work. If a I'm a musician or I'm an upcoming artist. Let me not use musician, artist, right? Artist is the correct
Um,
label for them. So let me say I'm an upcoming artist. How does it work for me? And let's say you are a user. How does it work for you? So explain that.
okay, so first thing I'll say there's the kind of artist that can use sine wave, and the first the first thing is the artist has to be somebody that has left the mindset of upcoming artist and has gone
Hmm.
to a level of fast rising artist. It's I feel like it's being humble and sometimes a show of the kind of identity that you bear when you say you're an upcoming artist. I'm not an upcoming artist. I'm fast rising. I'm doing the work that needs to be done. Sure you get. So a lot of upcoming artists think that they're upcoming, whereas you already have what it takes to start doing the work that you need to do. So when you're upcoming, you tend to feel like upcoming we sit there, we never really gather like that. Whereas
Yeah.
you have what it takes to put the work in. So you have to first change your mindset because Soundwave works for artists that build communities, for artists that build their own community of fans that want to work directly with their fans, they want to interface with their fans. So if you are an artist that you are interfacing with your fans, you are constantly keeping in touch with your fans, you cannot call yourself an upcoming artist.
Fast rising.
Yes, it's fast, and it's is there are many ways you can call it, but you cannot call it upcoming artist because like an audience of one, an audience of 1,000 for an artist, it makes no difference.
Hmm.
The only difference is in your pocket. If
Hmm.
if you as an artist are not motivated enough to be able to like sing to an audience of one comfortably, happily, without feeling low or down or anything of yourself, then you're not ready for that hundreds of a thousand or 10,000.
Hmm.
I remember when Sheyi Vibes, when he first came that first year, he did a show in December where people did not turn up because I mean there are a lot of other artists that people cared more about than Sheyi Vibes.
Hmm.
Even he brought his colleagues to the stage and I mean people came, artists came and stuff, but the place was scanty. But see now, years down the line, did he give up? No. He was never say an artist that was lazy or thought himself to be an upcoming artist in that sense because he's not really there's nothing really wrong with the title upcoming artist, but it's just the mentality he gives you.
That he gives you. Yes, you're
Like
right.
when you say you're an upcoming artist, there's just a psyche that you have. You feel like you're begging for
Hmm.
things, you are begging for opportunities and all those things. Whereas where you should be in your mind is that you have created something of value that people can pay for, that people want to
Hmm.
engage with, people want to be with, people want to be identified with. So you cannot build a community if you don't have an identity yourself.
Hmm.
You cannot build a community if you do not have a message to pass across. You cannot build a community if you are sounding like someone like you are copying another artist, you're just trying to make money. You are not. I'm sorry, Synewxve may not work for you. Synewxve is for people that build communities. The reason why it looks like it's big artists that can use it is because if you are successful, of course you have built something. Sure you get, and there's of course a fan base that cares about what you do. But music is fast moving into the space where it's about community because now that AI is here, people are going to value and pay more for human generated content. Content that they know that is a human being that is behind it, that has the soul side to it, not just code and algorithm. So people are going to pay more for that. And the people that will pay more for that are people that belong to a certain community. So if you are an artist, you have defined your sound because that's another thing. A lot of artists they don't pay attention to that time it takes to find their sound. I mean,
Hmm.
I in my time, I interfaced with even Ashake when he was in school here. We usually talk and all those things. So we usually meet at shows and stuff. And at the time, like even though it sounded more like the instrumentation was more like Wizkid style instrumentations and all those things. His sound was unique, and we really enjoyed it anytime Ashake was performing. So even you hear from you hear in his lyrics, he said, I work on the sound to find I didn't have the name for the sound. Then I think he said something like I found a sound among all the sound. He didn't have a name for the sound, but he just knows that this is a new sound. So it's that sound that he used to now bring Omokbe and he got a number one song from just on his own without even a label. Shey you get. The songs he was
I get
already
you.
dropping 2, 3, 4 releases before he got Omokpe were already sounding different. Shey you get.
Hmm.
So as an artist, you have to do that hard work. You can't come here sounding like another person that you know. You have to come with a different thing. You get. Look at artists like Z Level 10 that is making waves now. It sounds
Yeah.
different. You're not listening to Z Level 10 and be saying that this guy they sound like Kinekon. No, he's different. He's on his own. Odumodu Black is Odumodu Black. Wizkid
Yes.
is Wizkid. David is David. Burna is Burna.
Hmm.
If you come and you're sounding like people will just carry you that is put you in that space. You get Nigerians don't like two of the thing. I think when you when you are in when you're abroad, maybe even if you are just an R&B artist and you're sounding like somebody because the market is large, you can still make some money. You can still, but you will never really even stand out. Stand out. But in Afrobeats, the market is not that big,
Yeah.
so you have to stand out. Because actually Nigeria also the way we describe it in the industry, Nigeria is like a zero fan base community because
Hmm.
I mean for a long time it was a zero fan base community. It's just now that we are seeing artists that are having their own. We have 30BG, we have outsiders, we have Whiskey FC. Before everybody is sharing the same fans. The people that listen to MI are the people that listen to Plantation Boys, that are listening to Rugged Man.
Hmm.
If he eat, if you know eat, shey you get. But now that artists are becoming a brand identity, having a persona that people can relate with, that is the kind of person I am. There's a reason me
Hmm.
I resonate with people because I like people, I love people, I'm a selfless person. I like when people are selfless too. So I will easily resonate with David. You get. Other
Hmm.
people's brand is arrogant, is shouting, is this one. I'm not that. I'm chilled. So you get. I like Kiss Daniel. I get why I like you get a lot of things that go into making an artist somebody that I connect with Kiss Daniel because apart from the music, I then discovered that we went to the same secondary school. Then we came
Hmm.
from the same town, and
Wow.
his lifestyle and all those things. It shows that the guy is a human being and all those things. He's humanized. He's
Yes.
not like a god, something. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
glorifying himself.
sure you get. So, as an
Yeah.
artist, you need to be ready to be all that. You need to be ready to communicate with the fans. You see all this one that is happening, that people are doing all this, don't care about the fans thing. It will crash a lot of artists because
Yeah.
this is when community is even the biggest thing. You see J. Cole spending time and building and working around building his community is what will not make an artist like Beyonce go down. Beyonce can
Hmm.
never go down. Beehive is behind her.
Hmm. You're right.
So as an artist, you need to be ready to be able to be ready to build your community. So once you have gotten your identity, your sound as an artist, the next thing is to start putting out releases on the normal distribution channels. Spend on your marketing, push music, put it out there. Let people start, you know, then be deliberate about communications and engaging your fans on social media. They comment, you reply. They send you a DM, you reply. Joe Boy replies comments. Joe Boy replies
Yeah.
DMs. Shey you
Hmm.
get. Like reply your fans, talk to them. There's an opportunity. Like see Lona's stuff around the country. He went to Kaduna, went to Kogi, went to Zaria.
Yeah.
Like engage the community. So you get people that listen to your music. There are more young people now. So there are a lot of people that are consuming the music. Go to the campuses.
Yes.
It's not about money. Everything not to arena. Like build that community
Hmm.
first. Sure you get. So because a lot of artists are dependent on streaming. If you get one 10 million naira, you now used to I already 10 million come marketing here. I did number one. Bro, you will get the clout. But clout is like a rented space. You don't own it.
Hmm. Yeah. You can't on long
Community,
term. Hmm.
you can't. But when you own a community, that one is ownership. You can you can have fans from now until you die. They are still your fans. Even after you die, their children are listening to your music.
Hmm. That's the power of a
There are people
community.
that are rich today. They were not rich before, but they became rich to the point.
Hmm.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah. I said that is the power of a community.
Yeah, that's the power of a community.
Hmm.
Sonny Ade now. It's not people that do not
Yeah.
know him going into Kini now. It's people that have been
Hmm.
his fans for
Influence.
years. They have
Yeah.
been his shey you get. And if fella was still alive till today, they will
Ah.
still go to
A
do you
lot
know
of
that
people
was
will
the
still
formula
be
that was the formula that
that.
Fela employed. He built community.
Community. Yeah.
That Fela shrine has been there for years.
Hmm.
People could come there and relate with Fela, communicate with the music, to enjoy the music, the lifestyle, the everything, the
Hmm.
Igbo, the this one, and everything. A place that they could come and like have a full experience of the music, just beyond sound that they're hearing on the audio.
Hmm.
That's what sine wave is. You have to be able to create an experience. Because when you are singing, I think they are going to taught this that when you are singing, you're not giving people melodies, you are giving people an experience. So the sound has to be an experience. So if you cannot take that experience that is just sound and not bring it to something that is a full sensory experience, which is where we are taking Synewxve to. We are taking Synewxve to like VR, AR, you go experiences where you can see, you can feel, you can smell. Like you can practically relive concerts. In fact, imagine as Olamide did that thing in a OVO Arena now. We have a 360 camera that you can maybe seated in front that is recording the whole thing like 360. So imagine that we have that recorded. Then you can just put on your AR glasses or your VR headsets, and you're in that concert again. And you can look around. People are dancing. Person that was dancing like everybody is there. Like it feels like you are there again. People pay for that. That's why we're taking Synewxve to share again. That's what we call exclusive experience. Like I was not at the Ovo Arena, but if I'm in Abeokuta, I can see it. If I'm in Ife, I can live that experience.
That's
Share again.
nice.
So that's what Synewxve is. That's what we are building for people. That's what we are building for music business. That's what we are building for artists. And if you are building your brand as an artist, build your community. It's that community that will pay you because one of the things in community building is creating a two-way relationship. A two-way relationship
Mm,
creates loyalty. So you dropped a project now and you decide that you want to have physical copies. So you tell your fans that okay, these physical copies we did it for is the cost of one is 1,000 naira, but I'm just selling for 200 naira so that my guys will have it and
my
stuff.
fans
People
will, yeah.
Your fans, those your community guys, they'll buy it, then add some perks, to maybe sign it, add something, put collectibles. In Japan, that thing is crazy. Like even with digital streaming,
Mm,
still selling out 29 albums are still doing 1 million sales in a week. So you get physical
wow.
sales.
Mm,
So all these things in Nigeria, okay, what it may not be CDs Nigerians care about, it may be something else they care about. You can find what they care about, say t-shirts,
mm,
or stickers
merch.
on their laptops, or
Mm.
merch. You get stuff. Just you have a
Just
music.
something that makes them feel like, yeah, you are
Yes,
you actually
I'm
care.
a Solar fan. I'm a Lona fan. I'm a this. Shey you
Mm,
get sense of
yeah,
belonging.
you're right.
I mean, and for something
Mm,
that they can afford, like for a plate of rice, 3K, 5K. I
yeah.
mean, what they spend on one meal. So all those kind of things. That one does not cost. I mean, you may spend on inventory, but if you have a partner that can manage the inventory for you, all you just take is profit. You are good to go.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
most times, music is what really makes sense for the fans anyway. So instead of okay, let's say you have an album that you have dropped, then there's some songs that didn't make the album. That's why we have the unreleased. That's why starting with the unreleased tracks. So if you can give your fans unreleased tracks, you don't have any cost. You drop the music, they pay for it. You no rent speaker, you no rent event center.
Mm,
You just put it
you're
there.
right.
You sleep, you wake up, there's money in your account.
Mm,
So you get so
I get
if
you.
you're going to be able to use Synewxve, you have to be somebody that has built or is building a community.
A community. Mm.
Yes.
I love your community take because I think this year alone I've been like looking about how to build a community for pages itself and community for other um
Yeah.
other people I've been speaking with. So I
Yeah.
think I've been thinking about community, but I literally didn't think about it the way you just explained it. You've been able to break it down in a way that I'm kind of saying that
Yeah.
okay, community. I never thought about community for music, like musicians community. I never thought
Yeah.
about it like that. But now, as you explained it, it's kind of clear to me that with a community they can easily grow, and
You can
even musicians that are out there now, communities like you mentioned, Fela and the likes, it's community that
yeah.
made them grow, and you are right, you're totally
Community
right.
will make them
So I
grow.
feel that community, yeah, is a good aspect. So I want you to now explain how do I use sine wave as a,
Yeah.
what did you call it again? Fast growing artist, right?
As an artist.
What do you call it?
So
As an
as
artist.
an artist, so you sign up on Synewxve. You go to app.synewxve.com. You sign up. You put your name, whatever. You verify your email. You're
Okay.
in. You get access to your dashboard. You see, you can add your pictures. You can add your account details. Then you can start uploading your music.
Hmm.
So you upload the music. The music has to be MP3. You know, yes, we can't do I formats yet.
like MP4
MP3, the just the album cover, make it JPEG, less than 10 MB or so.
megabytes.
So you do it the moment you upload it is live. It's on the app straight up. So your fans and like you set a token price. So the token price, as I said, you can make it zero, but then you can also charge. So the token price is what we a token is like though you are playing normal games now, COD and those things, you buy coins on the app. So that's the same thing. So you just buy tokens on the app to use on the app. Shey you get. So
Yeah.
fans, let's say you set one token costs 20 cents, that's $0.2. So if you look at it in naira, that's about 300 naira. So if you say your fans should pay one token for this, you put one there, 5, 10, you can charge any there's no cap between zero and infinity. So you can charge as much as you think your fans can pay. Shey you get.
Yeah.
So you set a price. So the song goes live. So your fans can now open the app and find your music and play the music. If it is free, it will play like straight. If it's not free, they have to buy
They'll need
tokens.
to pay first. Yeah.
Yes. So if you're on Android, we have the Paystack gateway active currently. On Apple Pay, it is active, but most Nigerians don't use Apple Pay. But if you have Apple Pay and it's working, it will work. So we are actually working on creating a web instance for that payment stuff on the website so that even when you're an iOS user, you can just go to the web and buy tokens and to show your account on your iOS device.
Makes sense.
So
Mm.
that so that is what we that's how it works. So when your fans have bought your music and all that, and when people are listening to the music, there's a button where people can actually give you additional tokens. Like I dey
Wow.
enjoy
Makes
this
sense.
music, I like this stuff, and they can tip you additional tokens. It's even spray confetti, like I'm on TikTok live.
Mm.
So I mean, the goal is for artists to be artists. Artists don't have to be content creators to make money. You get
Mm.
so build that, then all that money goes to your wallet. Then you take out, you place a withdrawal, and you pay your preferred currency to an account the account you are provided in the app. So and you can withdraw. I think the maximum is between 24 and 48 hours to get your money. So it's not like the one that is quarterly payments, Spotify and the rest.
Mm.
Yes. So it's just big on your community, big on your community because you know that people that your music means something to.
Mm.
So when you look at the maths, Spotify pays you 0.0013 per stream.
Mm.
So if you want, say in Nigeria now, because 1 million streams is about $300. So if you have 1 million fans, no, let's say you have 180,000 fans that maybe listen to your song 4 times. You get this one, they love you, they love you sabi sing 4 times they listen to your song. You'll get 1 million streams. Like you
Wow.
get so 1 million streams will give you $300. You get but you see that 180K people, and I'll give you $300 now.
Mm.
300. So, but you see that 180,000 people, if you have only 5% of those people, 5%, that's 5,400
Mm.
to to just pay you $1 for one song on your on Synewxve.
Mm.
That's like how much is that? That's 1.5. Yes, if you
Mm.
get
Times.
your your community to pay you 1.5 each for say and maybe you dropped an album and there's another song that did not make the album or your
Yeah.
album is coming, you decide that you want to give them something before the album. So
Mm.
you pay $1 each without any logistic cost, without anything. You sit there and make $5,000. without breaking a sweat.
Just imagine. As compared to $300.
As compared to
That's
300. That $300,
yeah.
you will still spend and spend and spend marketing. That's why I tell you
Hmm.
community. Community is is like the bro. And you don't even
Hmm.
have to like spend, you don't have to turn them to milk, you don't have to make your funds. You can do it maybe twice a year or maybe every quarter. So
Hmm.
if you're looking at it every quarter now, if you look at $300 to $5,000, that's like, is it 10x or what? I don't know. It's over 10x. I think like 15x.
Yeah.
So imagine you do that every quarter, easily 20k per year.
Those
And
yeah,
you're
but
not
yeah.
artist. You're not a big artist. You're still coming up. Sure you
Hmm.
get. Even if 1%,
Of your
1% of that
fans.
family that pays
Hmm.
$1, that's $1,000
Yes, no.
or 1,800. So you see the math. So as an artist, that should encourage you to know that see, oh, but Spotify, and let me build that audience, let me build that community.
Hmm.
Then be human enough to engage that relationship and build
Yeah.
loyalty with that fan base. If something happens to your fans, show up. If they are going through something, come up. Build that
Hmm.
relationship. Build that relationship. Me like this, I'm a diehard fan of Gays Baba. There's nothing that Gays Baba wants to do, I'll not show up. If I said I don't have the power to be there. Said I don't have the power to be there. Like if I can be there, I will be there. So you
Hmm.
get anywhere in this world, if I can make it there, I'll show up. I'm like that for a lot of other artists, but just based
I
on
feel like
where
that I feel like that human feel is what most musicians don't have. Maybe for a lot of different reasons, probably risk, the kind of environment we'll find ourselves. I was watching a video recently. I think one of these BTS artists or so was walking in the midst of his fans. They literally didn't even know he was the one, but he was not scared. He was in his human form, walking in their midst with his ear piece connected. You see that he was walking to the stage. No bodyguard, nothing. I feel like that human feel. Imagine if I see that kind of person, I'm a fan of him. I'll be like, whoa, I love this guy. Immediately, as I watched that video, I was like, wow, this guy is nice. That was what came to my head. Like, this guy is nice. For him to actually walk in the midst of his fans, you could
the
shake
issue
them.
we have, the issue we have here is that people overdo as fans.
Mm,
Fans overdo. Shey you get. So
yeah.
that's why it just makes sense that it's digital. Shey you get.
Mm,
And also that if you are going to have a community like that, people that can afford to pay you are not necessarily hungry people.
yes.
Because every artist has four quadrants of their fan base. There's the ones that love you and can't pay you. There's ones that love you, they can pay you. There's ones that hate you and they can't pay you. There's ones that hate you and they can pay you. You see those ones that love you and can pay you, they're the ones that will still bring those ones that hate you and can pay you. They will not bring them into that their own quadrant.
Mm,
So I mean, I'm not gonna thought that is that the capacity that taught me. So I mean, and he has the experience, he can tell you for a fact. So
mm.
that quadrant of fans is the people that really like you want to when it comes to sign with that's people that you want to like focus and target. So when you
And
even
bring them into your community,
bring
right?
it into your community, yes. Sure,
Makes
yeah. So
sense.
even if you now have a private listening, whatever, they're not the type that will come and be grabbing you and stuff. They'll just say hi,
Yeah.
selfie, just a nice experience. You get. And a lot of times when we look at the risks that are even involved in like fan artists, whatever, sometimes it's because there's a mix of bad and good people at the same time. Especially when maybe an
Yes, you
artist is
cannot tell which one is good, which one is bad. Yes.
yeah, because
Mm,
you cannot like especially when the artist is wearing something very valuable. Because remember the incident with Lil Cash. You get
mm,
so if the artist wearing something very valuable. Somebody uses the opportunity of the crowd to like try to
yeah.
steal a gold chain and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
if you're an artist and you know that you're going to that kind of crowd and stuff, you don't need all those things. You don't need to just like drop them. But then you know how Nigerians are now. You know how black music has been. There's always that you have to display, you have to show that you get all those
Yeah.
things. It also attracts some risk. But if you can digitize
Yeah.
that community, then there's some
Mm,
sanity. You can have some, separate the people that wish you bad and they can actually kill you for what you are carrying.
Yeah.
And you can have a private experience. Johnny's room, like Johnny's room, that live experience. People come, they sit on mats, they sit on it's really nice stuff.
Yeah.
The kind of stuff that we
Mm.
think that most artists should be able to do if they can actually settle and build their communities.
Yeah, that's
So
nice, sincerely. When you were talking about how artists can upload their music and everything, I was thinking about something. Platforms like Spotify, YouTube Music, and AudioMac, do they have a back access, like let me say like an API access that your platform now, Synewxve, can access, and then for um for these artists, they can just maybe sign into Synewxve with their maybe YouTube Music account or their AudioMac account, and then you can easily pull their music from there into your own platform easily. That makes it easier to onboard more artists, because I'm thinking like just to reduce the bar to for them to enter. If I want to sign up, I'll be like, well, before I start moving my music, uploading and the like, say you understand. So if you can, I'm thinking if you can just find a way to make it easy for them to be able to onboard. That's what I'm thinking.
okay, so I think I need to like make it clear that Soundwave is not for music that is on Spotify.
Okay, 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 okay.
So we are not saying move your music from Spotify to Soundwave. We
Hmm.
are saying use Spotify to advertise, then use Soundwave to convert.
Okay, I am getting it now. I'm getting it. Yeah.
You get like Soundwave is a community building tool. The music that you upload to Soundwave, because we are starting with unreleased music. So it's the music that you are putting on Soundwave is music that you did not put on Spotify, or
Hmm.
you're going to put on Spotify later. Shey you
I
get.
see.
So it's not is like we gave artists a tool to make money.
Hmm.
You get. It's not
I see.
we are not we are not gatekeeping them. Even down to your data, like every fan that signs up their phone, you can get access to phone number, emails, and all those things. You can connect with them. It's like we built a CRM for you. It's like we built
Hmm.
you get it's like we built a
I get it.
CRM for artists. Shey you get.
Hmm.
So on that CRM, we just don't want to do everything at once. Yeah, artists should be able to go live. Artists should be able to have a community page. Artists should be able to like we want to do AR VR experiences where fans can relive those concert experiences. We want
Yeah.
to be able to do a VR space where you can buy all these um, virtual assets and all those things.
Hmm.
But we're just starting from unreleased music because I feel like that is the first thing that artists have in abundance that fans value.
Yes.
Shey you
Hmm.
get. So it's not Soundwave is where you leak your music for your day ones. Shey you get. It's like SoundCloud. You know how SoundCloud was that a lot of artists just put music there, just put
Yeah.
music there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
That's what Soundwave is. It's just that we are not we don't have the money dollars to burn like SoundCloud. We don't have the
Hmm.
backing of SoundCloud. We just know that okay, if an artist can build a community, they can make money directly from that community. And
Yes.
what can they use to make that money from the community? Exclusives. So
Hmm. Exclusives
those
makes
songs that
sense.
did not make the album, they are not a waste. A lot of times, a lot of artists have passed on each songs because an A&R said, not this song, passed on it. There are two songs that the video dropped that they were not supposed to drop if they followed what the A&R said. The video would have never dropped if it was only E and A
Hmm.
side that that felt like this was a hit and they should drop it. They would
Yeah.
not have dropped that song. And that song changed Davido's career for life.
Literally. Yeah.
She did. So that is how artists miss out on stuff. So imagine that you had a place where you can get direct feedback from your community.
And
You
hear
get
from them.
hear
Hmm.
from them. Franklin was saying is that when they wanted to drop this five album, That he was part of the people that said that with you that was not. I cannot. It's not a hit. That is not. Me, the first time I heard that album, I knew that was a hit. It was playing on
Mm.
repeat. I knew that this is the hit. So imagine that you had a community of even if it's just 100 people that you could just test that song with actual fans, not A and R. You're not expert anything. Just everyday people that are going about their business, but they love David. That you could just listen to that, be like, I have a song with this one. And there's a button on when you're listening to music, you can vote for a song that you should release the song. So imagine
Makes
that
sense.
you got that data. So no matter what an A and R tells you, your fans have told you that this is a hit.
Mm.
Sure you get. Yes.
Yeah.
So is that is that is what we are building Synewxve for. A lot of there's a lot of data that we don't have as artists that we don't get
Mm.
access to. You can't get access to your fans' data. You don't know who they are. Spotify will not give you that. They only give you numbers. You don't know. They won't give you numbers and where they are. You don't know these people. You get. Um, there are opportunities to monetize, but even Spotify will still cut your money, cut your money, cut your money. But
Yes.
with Synewxve, there's a regressive commission structure where the more you earn, the lesser you pay in commissions.
Mm.
So, I mean, those are the things, man.
Makes sense.
Because, I mean, you're the one that makes the money. You don't need a corporate company is not supposed to be ripping you off of and taking a standard 20%. You
Yeah.
get when you're the one doing the heavy lifting.
Mm.
Yeah.
So
So,
let me ask the question this way: if an artist gets he makes $1,500 on Synewxve, how much does Synewxve get, and how much does the artist get? Or are you okay? Yes, let me ask that way.
20% of 1.5 is
That
$300.
should be around. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So Synewxve gets 20%,
300.
right?
Yes, I will get $300.
Oh,
Hey,
I
Jesus, my
see.
laptop is about to die. I'm coming. Give me a minute.
Okay.
Now my laptop is about to die. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
You're okay.
Yes. So
The echo, it was echoing before.
yeah, I had to turn
Let me
off like
move.
when there's interference when there's two
Yeah.
at the same time. Yes. Yes. So where was I?
Yeah. So I really love the way you've broken down your business model and everything about Synewxve. So I think
Yeah.
more artists should hear what the story you have about yourself being an artist and trying to build something for other artists. More people, more artists should hear that story because it is something that is quite inspiring from
Yeah.
working and being in the same, what do you call it again? Is it a batch or something like that with Gaze Baba and Sumisola Agbegbi? Mind you, Sumisola Agbegbi, that music, Aye Me, Bola Fun was one of my best music this year. Like I was listening to that song back to back this year. So I really love
Uh,
that song. I don't know the inspiration that came into that song. So I think um more artists should listen to your story and they should also use Synewxve to push their music, their unreleased albums, unreleased musics and the like, unreleased songs and the like. So thank you for sharing your story sincerely. It's an interesting one. Interesting one. So
Thank you very
is
much.
there any
Thank
other
you for.
thing you would like to share? Is there any other thing you'd like to share about Synewxve and what people should know?
Uh, I think I already mentioned about talking about the founder mindset about when to start,
Yeah.
which was really like my mission on what I really wanted to share for anybody that listening.
Mm,
Like they should not wait till you get AI has made a lot of things quite easy now. If you have an
yeah.
idea, you can. I don't know. AI is not really the best to still develop today because when
Mm,
you build something, you ask it to correct something, you correct something that's working before now stop working because you corrected
to break.
something.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just keeps making and breaking. So I mean, with AI, you can get a developer friend that maybe like a mid-level guy, build something like is and give it to your hand off to your developer guy, and he can work with it to build what you want to see because it takes away all the stress of having to explain this, explain that, explain this, explain that. So there's a lot that can be done with AI. In fact, sometimes the developer can even practically take the whole code base and just make some edits, and product is good to fly. And sometimes the
Yeah.
product is not tech. Your product may not be tech. It
Mm,
may be maybe something in agriculture, maybe something in real estate. I have ideas in
yeah.
real estate. When I'm done building something, I want because my mission is to actually make like to increase the productivity of young people all over the world. So when I'm done building Synewxve, I'm going to hand over to a CEO and I'm going to go and build something in real estate. I really want to disrupt um, real estate. So because there's no problem. I don't want to start sharing that now, but I even have a team already in place where we've been brainstorming ideas and stuff. So
I see.
when it comes to, I think that you don't wait, work with what you have and
Just
try to
start.
build it.
Yeah.
Start. I mean, you
Mm,
you learned you learned how to code and all that stuff. Honestly, when I did not know what coding was, I had contact with somebody that was coding. This guy was a first class student in computer science, and when he started coding, he practically like gave academics lesser attention and fell back to 2-1. But he focused a lot on coding, and by the time he was entering his part three, no, yeah, when he was entering his part four, he got employed by GDG, one Google company like that, and he
wow.
was already employed while he was working while he was still in school. So he went from a first class to a 2-1. It was a balance he was willing to go for. And now I think the last time I saw him he was in Qatar. She gets. So if at that point when I had the opportunity, if I connected with him and I started also trying to learn how to code and all those things, maybe my story would be a lot different. She gets. But really just start where you are because me I didn't have
Yeah.
exposure to tech. If I had exposure to tech, I would have done things differently. Yes, I mean, I'm a 98 boy, so I'm still very. I think I'm young, but among people, I'm actually old. I mean, compared to you, Edgar, now, I'm an old man.
Okay.
So that's where you are. Don't look on the things that might not work. And also, I also
Mm,
want to say this because as much as you say start where you are, start using count. See, there's some things that you cannot start where you are because the demand is going to be high. You may
yes.
find yourself stuck in the loop of maybe to try to raise capital and stuff. There's some things you can
Mm,
actually start small. I told you a story about when I wanted to do agro processing and I needed capital like up to 5 million to even start at all. You get so sometimes you cannot even start, but look for something you can start small. Look for something you can start small. You get I mean, and this is one thing that even my parents, I used to fight my parents for this thing because my parents had my house was the first place I saw pure water in my life. Pure water. As far back as 2002, my house was the first place I saw pure water. When we because I was born in the north and I was born in Kano, Sabongeri. and my parents were doing pure water. They would do the pure water. Like they had the purifying thing, then they would seal it and they would sell it. Then when they came to the south, instead of them to continue, my mommy was like, my daddy should get a job. They got a job and everything. They just felt like security comes with a job, and they left what I mean, if my parents did the pure water business and it became big now, maybe I for I for know the reason business self, I for just the cheap.
Yeah, as in
You
yeah,
get,
that kind of
and then
thing.
even they had opportunities like my mom was a trained chef. I mean, but
Wow.
she wanted to have something before she could start.
Mm.
So I mean, I just feel like you could have started small. You can get a local oven. You can get a. You didn't have to wait for something to work, something to happen. Somebody should do something before you start. You get so. I think that is what we should try as much as possible in our own time and generation to avoid happening. Don't let
Yeah.
what you don't have get to
Mm.
be. And I also say this. I don't think that one can do much in this climb without God, because I mean every single time that we needed money in Synewxve, it was always me going back to God to ask for provision. Honestly, and I feel like I think that would lead me to say that try to know how to speak to God early. Try to know how to, or whatever you worship, or whatever you try to know how to be in contact, or know how to get things. I don't know, build a relationship early. You get so that you know where
Yeah.
to shoot, you know where to go, because not everybody has the opportunity to have someone that will give them money to start 20 businesses before the one thing works. You get
Mm.
some people have only
Yeah.
one shot. I see that one shot, it has to some people have only three shots. So how many shots you have, make sure that you are doing it with all the information you need. Don't just guess wrong and just lose resources and lose time, because
Mm.
when we really look at it, time too is part of the play there. Yeah. So
Mm.
for anybody that is considering building
That's
something,
fantastic, sincerely. Yeah.
so and another thing is, I think there is this part of being relentless and not giving up. See, no matter what you are doing, there will be a time you will get to a point when you will be tired. You need to have the that I don't know where it comes from for me, but I just don't stop. That is it. So
Mm.
as a founder, as a entrepreneur, that thing has to be there, that you won't stop. Even if everything is blocked now, there's no way you're in debt. Yeah, I mean, yeah, everything is blocked. The fact that just the opportunity to just stay there, like just stay there, like help is coming. Just stay there, like you can be stuck for 2 weeks, you can be stuck for a month, but a lot of times, especially when you are in that space, when I'm in that space, I just keep praying, I keep worshiping God, keep just enjoying God in that time and season. I have some
There's a
I have some
quote
certain
I saw somewhere. There's a quote I saw somewhere. I
yeah
saw a quote somewhere. If you stay long enough in the market, favor will find you, or something like that. Favor will find you if you stay, or luck, sorry, not favor, luck. Luck will find you if you stay long enough in the market. And it's true. Because just imagine if
yes
the Google guy started or let me say any other startup like Airbnb in the US now, they started, and in the very first month, ah, this startup going to go where they just decided to stop. Just imagine.
yeah
So because they stayed
just
long
imagine
enough, luck found them and they were able to take that company public. And today, see where Airbnb is,
yeah
Uber, and the like. See where they are today. So
yes
if you stay long
Uber,
enough in the
Bolt,
market, luck will solidly find you. Yeah,
Amazon, yes.
yeah. Amazon
So
and the likes.
you just have to
Yes.
have that tenacity to stay. So you
Hmm.
get you may not be making profit, but at least that money for hosting,
Yes. Yeah. I
you
see.
have to find it. Keep your
Yeah.
site running, keep your all those things. Even if you have to
Hmm.
borrow, honestly, I'm not supposed, but me, I'm sorry, I use loans a lot of times to
Uh-huh.
keep things afloat because
Mm.
my jobs, I have good months, I have bad months. So when I have bad months, I use loans. When I have good months, I pay the loans, I save and all that stuff. I move things forward and all. So make sure that you shall stay connected to wherever the provision is coming from. And the other
Yeah,
thing is to stay humble. Stay humble. No, even if you have all the
literally,
resources, stay
you're
humble
right.
because somebody said something that when you have all the money, money stops being the problem. Money now you have the money, you need other skills, you need other things, you need people, you need relationships, you need connections. Money is not everything. A lot of
One is not
times there are
everything.
places that money cannot get you into, but relationship will get you into. And the only reason you get a relationship that gets you into those places is because you were humble or
Mm.
you had character. For example, I made a friend
Mm.
with imagine me making a friend with the district director of BOI. I just went to a thing. They asked, "Do you have questions?" I asked a question that kind of stayed, but I even made an enemy in that sort of thing. But then I made a friend too. She gets. That's
Mm.
how I made friends with somebody that is way older than me. And she just really liked what I was doing. She was interested in it.
Yeah,
We may not be able to like get a loan from BOI now, but that's how relationships start. You
yeah.
get. So I mean that is pretty much. I mean that's pretty much how this whole thing happens. So you have to
Mm.
just stay humble. Let your character show. Like I'll say, let them know what you stand for.
Mm.
Doing stand for the truth. Places that you're not supposed to talk, don't talk. For example, I mean,
Yeah. Nowhere to talk. I mean, not to talk. Yeah.
Bible say that ikun agba lọ̀rọ̀ wà. It's not that you should not speak up or voice when people are being treated or something. I mean, we're talking about
Mm.
here. You get you speak up for social justice causes and all that stuff, but you don't use your social media to bant to demean people
Yeah.
to clap back at people. You get all those things. All those things are they matter in the grand scheme of things. You get everybody. We say we are standing for a cause that somebody is being mistreated. We stand on it. Maintaining with wisdom, maintaining the balance on both sides. You get we stand for character. We stand for this. We're not. I mean, Christ's principles teaches that we hate sin, but we love the people. You get. So if you love people, but maybe what they did is not right or something, you can stand and say that okay, we do not support this and all that. But you don't degrade people's character and on social media and all
Mm.
those things. Those things eventually will catch up one day one way. So
Mm.
and most times you will make enemies, sure, but let those enemies be enemies that you really had to make. Let it because of social media comments. Shey you get.
Yeah.
Those are the things that I mean, practically my pastor taught me. It's not I did not learn them on my own too. Like I'm a young person, I get
Mm.
but then we learn from people that have gone ahead, and
Yes. Yes. Yes.
because I tend to always want to listen to older people. You get, and I
Mm.
really thank God. I think one of the things that Kemdi said this last time that really had conversation was how that my pastor's work they show. In
Mm.
literal words, it was like he sees attitude and there's this character that he sees that is will eventually become someone that becomes successful because sometimes it's not you have seen VCs or angels that if startup fails they still back the founder. It's
Mm.
character, it's an attitude. It's not that
Character.
it's
Literally.
not a lot of times is the when an angel backs you is the character they are backing, is you they are backing, the personality is what they are backing.
Yes.
It's not
You
the
in
product.
person. Yeah. Mm.
Yes. So I mean that is just it. So
Mm.
let's that build that character. See, just build that character because A lot can happen. You can become viral. You can be this. You can be that. But something somewhere, somebody somewhere can just pull a trigger somewhere and just reveal something that it was is inconsistent.
Mm.
You get.
Yeah,
And so I
that
mean,
was
use
a
that for
nice one, sincerely. Hmm.
yeah.
Build on top, yeah. So, you were talking about AR, VR, and the likes. I want to ask a question about, like, yeah, it's your long term goal, but I think I at the moment, are you trying to see if, okay, if this is something that you can literally explore right now, maybe push to the market and see if they will love to use it? Because I think I have someone in
Yeah,
my
yeah,
network
yeah, yeah, yeah.
who can connect you with AR, VR.
Yeah, I even met somebody that's already building along that line in Ghana. Papa,
Okay.
so he told me about it. I was like, yes, that's what I want to do. And I was feeling like, okay, we'll see how we partner. But when I was looking at me, I still have my own problem to sort. Shey you get. So
Yeah,
I felt like, okay, let us finish crushing these bugs first. But
you're
then,
right.
as you said it, I feel like it is something that we can actually scale and we can bring to market. And I feel like I
Hmm.
can get it done. But then I'm also looking at the hardware costs because you would
Yeah,
have to like
hardware.
you would have to fabricate. You would have to fabricate.
Hmm.
You would have to work around the technicals. You would have to, and honestly, you see what you just said is because I had a meeting with Kendi on Wednesday. It was on Wednesday, and because of all these things we're facing, and we're looking at it as a product problem, we felt like okay, you see, we might have to like break down the modules of the company into different pieces and see what we can
Hmm.
do to make traction happen before so that we can get investors and all those things before all those things
Yeah.
sit in place. You get because Kemdi said he kind of experienced the same problem recently where the product was not delivering at 100%. So they had to like break down the thing and start running some things manually. And if you see
Hmm.
you see Firefly AI, the story of this guy, he thought it was the AI assistant, and they
Yeah,
had to go
yes,
on
yes, yes, yes.
making notes.
That's doing things that
Yes.
don't scale.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, it just like yeah, it's going to they are building it. You get, but for
Hmm.
now, mostly they do this thing.
Yeah.
So you get, so imagine how many like they're going to be sitting down taking notes up and down.
I'm telling
I
you,
mean,
that's a
but
lot
but
of
then
it's a lot of work.
they got
Oh.
the traction they needed.
Yeah.
It's a
Now
lot
they
of
bring a
work,
lot of money
but
and
you have to do it. Yeah, you have to do it. You have to do it. I
hmm,
mean, you practically just became a secretary for the meantime. I mean, that's
yeah.
something that they pay freelancers. Freelancers actually get paid to do that job. Sure, you get.
Hmm.
So for the next, what if for the next 1 year, that's all you do? Like
Hmm.
every meeting that somebody adds your AI to, you guys have to join in and you get. And people are paying for that
Hmm.
service, so there's money coming in. So
Yes.
pay for people to come in, outsource, do what you have to do to make
Yeah.
sure that you get where you need to get to.
Hmm.
Sure, you get. So is it this thing that you
Yeah.
just said? I was already thinking of even sending the chat out to the guy. He's thinking I'll go to Ghana, see how we can work. If they
Hmm.
have equipment that we can already use, we can partner. Then, in Nigeria, it's not a thing yet. So, but we also see that there's already a penetration of AR glasses, AR devices
Yeah.
here. So we can then be able to say, okay, we have doing some pilot tests with entertainment
Yeah.
events in Nigeria, yet, and find a way to be able to record all those things, put them in perspective, make it work, and all that. So, I mean, I feel like that is something that we can explore. I know that that's something that we can explore. So you are
Yeah.
actually very right. And if you have, please connect me with who you think I can actually work with
Yeah.
so that we
I'll
really
send a contact to you.
okay.
I'll send a
Yeah.
contact to you
So
via WhatsApp. So yeah.
yeah, because honestly, I've been waiting, man. And I mean, I even have a meeting with my dev after this meeting. I told him that when I'm done, I'll reach out to him. So I wanted to talk because Starry is not the only idea I've had in the last 2 years. I've had Bad ideas, man. There's even an idea I tried to do with AI completely, but AI, you know how AI does now. So I'll find a dev that will just help me to finish it and I'll just ship it and be spent, I don't know, with it. And yet, I even shipped a product last year. Another one for content creators. Well, I had over 150 people sign up and start using the app and stuff.
Oh.
But it did not. It was not scaling. I knew
Hmm.
that because I knew that if I were going to focus on it, I would take it to take my attention totally off Synewxve.
Yeah.
Like that's where I'll be spending my money on. That's what I'll be doing everything. I said,
Hmm.
this is not the mission. No. They not send me this one.
Yeah. I see.
So I just put it. It's just in my GitHub there. When it's time for it, we'll come back to it. But for now, we'll do
Hmm.
other things. So even I have another product, if even a fitness product that I want to ship, I just felt like Synewxve needs money because those ideas are actually just to make money for Synewxve. Do you get?
Yeah.
So
Wonderful.
when I was talking about the VR thing, right, and when Kemdi said that thing, I started thinking about it. And instead of going to and ship another product, let me just ship. Let me
Hmm.
do this. Ship it under. So you get such that we are already like a future forward company where we can actually even we can practically say we are a VR AR company because
Yeah.
whatever we do would be able to like sustain like for a long term. So
Hmm.
imagine like conferences where you can actually attend the conference from far away and it's not just 2D you're seeing yes. And so I
Totally.
think that
Yeah.
is
I
that is
really
what
enjoyed your conversation. Hmm. I really enjoyed your
uh,
conversation. It's a wonderful one. Thank you very much for sharing all those with me. Um,
uh,
yes, that was my point. I wanted to raise up that topic of. Sorry, can you hear me clearly?
yes.
Okay, so I wanted to raise up the topic of that ARVR. I'm going to send you that guy's contact. I think he's a friend of mine,
Okay.
and I think I should have him here in the future. Probably, I'll talk to him about it. So, how I do end this is you tell me who else would you like to see on this live stream? Who else would you like me to interview?
Okay, so there's this founder I just met. The founder of Activate. Activate is a Akibola Ashalu.
Hmm.
I don't know if you met him at the deal room this last deal room. He was part of the startups at this last deal room.
Oh wow.
Akibola Ashalu. He's founder of Activate. Um, they help content creators to get deals with corporates and just
Oh.
it's like Nigeria's WAP.
Oh.
So
Probably
yes,
I must have met him, but didn't
yeah,
catch
you
the
must have
name. I
met
must
him.
have met him, but didn't catch the name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
So from our conversations and everything, he's quite a remarkable person. He's worked with Bitmama, he worked in crypto, he's worked in I think he's worked in one other company like that. And they have good traction. They've made over 100K. He's worked in I mean, he's worked with MTN, worked with beverage brands and all those
Yeah,
things. They
I
do
do
manage
remember him. I do
campaigns.
remember him.
Yeah, you remember
I
him
do
now.
remember him
So
now. Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
So that's that's somebody I feel like so far so good. It's been a remarkable. I like the work he has done. I like the work he has done. I like the work he has done. Yes. Yeah.
Hmm. So I think this is where we wrap it up. I really enjoyed our conversation sincerely, and I look forward to Synewxve in the future. So let me just ask this last question: where do you see Synewxve in the next 5 years?
Um, I just know that one way or the other, I want to own $1 million in 5 years. $1 million revenue. Uh, maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years. But I shall know that that's one goal I'm going to tick off the box in 5 years. And because I mean, we're just 2 months in. I remember my co-founder was telling me that why am I looking at the work we are doing as though we have been doing it for 2 years? We launched in August. Why are you stressing yourself? We're not up to 1 year yet. So
LOL.
because I've been building for 2 years, it feels like sometimes I feel frustrated, I feel tired.
Mm.
But
I
you
get,
know,
I get.
when you now look at it, okay, this is when we actually launched. So why are you putting so much pressure on yourself? You get so there's 0 to 1 and there's 1 to 1,000, and I'm already in the 1 to 1,000 now. 0 to 1 took 2 years, so 1 to 1,000. That's where we are now, and I believe that I had plans that if I could raise my 10K, I'll do 1 million in 1 year.
Mm.
But if we
You
cannot
guys
do it as I know that Synewxve is
platform.
going to be global. Synewxve is going to be a major contender, and I know that Synewxve is going to be responsible for at least 3% of global music revenue.
Makes sense. I see.
And you know, 3% global revenue.
Hmm.
I know
That's
that.
nice. That's nice. I love that vision. At least you need to spell it out. So hopefully you can make that goal come to reality. So how many users do you have on the platform?
I didn't get that.
How many users do you currently have on the platform?
That's almost 400. That's 398.
398. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, that's both artists and fans. Artists is about 250 plus.
Oh, wow.
Then fans is 140, 146. Shit. I'm not
Oh,
very sure right now.
nice. So, like, how much have you been able to disburse to the fans to pay out? I think that's the correct word.
Yeah, like that's where we're having issues. Like we have not done any financial. Nobody
Disbursement.
has like we've not
Okay.
gotten any artist that you get that has built that community enough to
Hmm.
say that they're using a platform. So that's one of
Hmm.
the things we're looking for, and that's why we wanted to like get those shareable links working so that it will be easy for because we found artists that are actually interested in using
Good
Synewxve,
share.
but because of that feature they could not. So we went to go and build it. When we built it, we tested it, it's having issues. So we are still testing. So we're working on it. So once that's live, we have artists that are already ready, like are ready to ship, like to onboard just for that, so that they can be able to use. We have artists that are already using Seller.co, Selfany to stuff that people use to sell ebooks and stuff. And when the people download those music, they download it and it's downloaded to the phones and it's already on their phone
And
and
they can also share. Yeah.
then they can also share all those things. But we want
Hmm.
let it be on a cloud platform, and there's no way it can actually be leaked or pirated.
Hmm.
You get
Yeah.
because if you cannot that's not scalable for music, because if you continue like that, you will eventually um, reinvent piracy, and people
Piracy. Yeah.
yes, because piracy is a big thing. Most big artists can't
Yeah.
do that. You get
Yeah.
so although we have big artists that are using OnlyFans, but
Hmm.
now OnlyFans has another reputation.
Exactly.
Yes.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. All right.
It's good to have
That was a
fun.
wonderful conversation. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for
yeah.
spending approximately 3 hours with me.
I
So
didn't even know I
appreciate.
did 3 hours.
Yeah. You kept talking and talking, and it's good actually. We don't get this
Yeah.
chance, or we don't get this opportunity all the time. So yeah, it's a
Well,
great
I
one.
don't know. If you give me a chance, I will talk 5 hours about what I'm building.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was a
it's
great
what of course.
conversation. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you
Mm.
very much for the opportunity.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
All right then. We'll catch up later. Yeah, we'll talk more about
Yeah.
this. Yeah. Mm.
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
Have a nice day. Yeah. And
yeah.
this is the
And
end of the
everyone
live stream.
that's watching, thank you guys for
Yeah.
coming.
Thank you, everyone. Yeah.